What's happening, Champion Squad? Welcome your beautiful faces back to the channel, and today 3 of you are going to have a chance to win 2,150 Apex coins, so be sure to stick around. Now recently I've been playing Cold War on the side on top of Apex, and usually when I come back to Apex I notice how good the movement is, and I always take it for granted. Now although Apex has good movement, it's up to you to take advantage of it. So today I made a 4-stage custom movement course that's going to help improve your movement and how you navigate around the map. So first things first, before we get started, all you need to do is be using the Legend Horizon and make sure you get a gold helmet. I made her more a essential legend hue specifically for this movement course. And before we get into the first stage, it is going to require being able to wall bounce or wall jump, as some prefer to call it. So I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown on how you can manage to pull it off. So first off, there's 2 ways to do it. You can either knee slide and jump onto a wall or object. Right when you're about to start climbing that wall, that's when you want to jump again away from it. Now, if you prefer not to knee slide and jump on the object, then you can just naturally jump right onto it, and then you can jump off when you're about to start climbing it. So it really takes time, patience, a lot of practice. Eventually you'll get really comfortable at it that you're going to do it without hesitation, and you should be able to pull it off in some gunfights as well. Alright, so with learning how to wall jump and wall bounce out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into our first stage, which requires wall jumping. So for this stage, just check out in the video exactly where I am. I'm right behind the center dummy that spawns in when you get into the firing range. And now right behind the dummy, you got 3 targets there, 3 on the left and then 3 on the right. So that's 6 total. And what we're actually going to be doing is actually splitting it into 2 sections. We have the left wall jumps and then we have the right wall jumps. And each side is going to have 3 parts to it. So for the first part is just going to be your basic wall bounce. You're just going to wall bounce off that target and get on top of the ledge that I make it on. Now for the first part, it doesn't require you to make it a clean flush jump without catching the ledge. Now the second part is actually going to be clearing it flush without climbing. So timing and angle will have an effect on it. Now once you can complete the second part, the third part is again the same process as the second, but you're going to add a 360 in the mix. So again, you're going to wall bounce off the left side target, jump, get a 360, and land on the ledge flush without catching it. And that is going to complete the 3 parts on the left side. And again, we are going to do the exact same thing on the right side targets. First part is just getting up there, no matter if you get it flush or not. Second part is going to be the same thing. You do have to make it flush though. You're not allowed to climb the ledge. And the third part is all about wall bouncing, 360ing at the perfect time to get on top of that ledge without climbing it. That's going to bring us into stage number 2, which is definitely going to require you to make sure you're using Horizon unless you want to climb the rocks over and over. And the goal for this stage is going to be perfecting your air strafing. So all you want to do is get on the exact rock I am, start running, and you want to knee slide off and go on top of or over the specific lower ledge. Now you have to do it a total of 3 times without climbing it. So if you come up short and you start climbing it, that's not going to count. Make sure you reset. And it doesn't have to be in a row. You're just looking to do it a total of 3 times. This stage is going to help with your slide timings off of objects and help you control yourself when you're in midair. So completing that air strafe 3 sets will complete the second stage. Now moving on to stage number 3, and this is where it sort of gets tough, especially when you're on a controller. As we know, mouse and key dominates the movement on this game, so it's definitely going to be much harder with a controller. Just bear that in mind. So just get to where I am in the video, and we're going to be focusing on this pole here. And basically, we want to climb up and get to the top of it. But we have to take a direct and specific route to get on top of it. Make yourself up on top of the wall where I am, and we're going to be running, knee sliding right off the edge of it. On that pole, you're going to notice there's 2 flat panels, and basically you want to sort of left air strafe around it, catch those flat panels, climb your way to the top of it, and if you do it correctly, you'll be able to climb a little bit of a lower ledge. Once you grab that lower ledge, it's downhill from there. You just got to make one more step up, and then you get on top of the pole. And the goal for this stage is to complete it 3 total times. So we're looking at 3 sets of climbing to the top of the pole in the direct route that I'm taking. And again, make sure you are playing Horizon because she has better air strafe movement. It's a little bit more controlled, so it's going to definitely assist with this. Now the final stage in the custom movement course is going to require some b-hopping. And on console, you can do something I like to call mini b-hopping, which is essentially slide jumping, and it's repeating these same buttons over and over. So as soon as you land after that initial slide jump, You slide again, jump again, slide again, jump again. You got to keep it really consistent and time perfectly for you to keep the momentum going. And you're going to notice when doing this stage, you have to take advantage of all of the momentum you can get and sort of plan your way out through the path that I'm taking in this video. So in order to complete it is essentially starting all the way on the light weapons platform, which is the farthest. And you're going to want to knee slide and jump right off that platform and mini B-hop your way all the way to the end and into the cubby. I made a line that I shot with my weapon on the ground, and you really want to just get past that point. Once you can reach it in there without destroying your mini B-hop or losing any momentum, and you manage to complete it in one spectacular fashion, that will conclude the final stage. So when it comes to improving your movement, especially on controller, that's what I'm focusing on in this video, controller players, since we are at a big deficit compared to mouse and keyboard players. Now you can use this custom movement course to help improve your movement over time. Add it along my usual aim training courses. If you can add this in there as well, this will definitely help improve your movement. Now for those looking to win 2,150 Apex coins, I'm basically doing a timed completion on this course. The fastest 3 people to send me in footage over a course of 1 week will win the 2,150 Apex coin giveaway. However, keep this in mind. This is the only restriction. You cannot be using mouse and keyboard. This is only on controller, whether you're playing console or controller on PC. I made this restriction because it's much easier to complete the course when you're on mouse and key, so I wanted to keep it a little bit fair. And again, we're looking at 3 winners, any platform, just cannot be using mouse and keyboard. Now, the way it's set up, basically, right when you exit out of your tunnel, when you start entering the firing range, that's when I'm going to time you, right when you escape the tunnel, and the time starts. You need to complete the whole course without doing any cuts in the video. So from start to finish, I will keep track of how long the video is. That's why I don't want any cuts, and that's what will time you guys. And again, the fastest 3 will win those Apex coins. Now, the best way to submit your footage and or contact me is going to be through Twitter, link down in the description box below. And when you guys message me, the first part of your message, make sure it's hashtag SD movement. It's going to be up on screen, hashtag SD movement. If you want to tweet at me, make sure that's in the tweet as well, SD movement. And that way I know you're specifically sending in footage for the movement course. And I know some of you guys don't actually have Twitter, so the way I'll do it for people specifically on YouTube is I will make a specific community post that you guys can reply on and do, again, the same hashtag. And then I'll go on your channel and I'll check your recent video to see what your completion time is of the course. Good luck to everyone participating in the contest. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who's watching up until this point in the video. And if you enjoyed the video so far, a like rating is always appreciated. And again, this is going to be a week span, so the end of the contest will be Saturday, December 19th. I'd also recommend turning on post notifications so that way you can see the community post if you don't have a Twitter. With that being said, this has been your boy Sultan, and I'm signing off. Peace.